Hey, hi, what's up? This is Small here. This is a quick message after the end of the video. I just finished recording, so don't mind this is a little rush. If you guys are enjoying my content, make sure to like and subscribe, and send me any comments if you want to send any feedback to me. I'll be making more content in the future, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. And I'll see you guys when we start. Let's go! It's a cobweb, as you can see. The cow will get stuck and get highlighted. Another thing about the arachnid is that you can climb walls like this, and this makes it so if you're trying to escape from danger, you could just climb up walls and hide up from animals and all that. Only problem is that you do still take fall damage, but you can climb up walls to save yourself, sorta. It's pretty cool, pretty decent. The only problem is that you have less hearts and you can only eat meat, which is why I'm only carrying around meat. Um, as you can see, it's all right. It's pretty cool, I think, in my opinion. If I had to give it a rate, it'd be an honest 6 out of 10 because it doesn't really do much to the game. Another cool thing you can do is make string using a crafting table and cobwebs, making a crafting table. In order to make this, you only need two pieces, and you just have to align them up like in a 2 by 2, which you can see here in my background footage. It looks like that. Here you go. And then you'll be able to craft it and place it as please, and it's pretty cool. I kind of like it. Um, Now another thing is that when using the cobweb, the mobs will get stuck and will not be able to attack you, as they will be floating in midair for far too long for their attacks to hit, I think. So you can kind of use that to save yourself from other mobs, and it's pretty good. Uh, I think I accidentally did die in here because my cobweb broke. Yeah, we don't talk about that. But yeah, that's the arachnid. Pretty cool in my opinion. Love the cobwebs, love the climbing. Doesn't really change much of the game, but it's alright. Anyway, here we have the avian. The avian is it's like a chicken kinda. Has featherweight, which allows you to fall slower, and fresh air, which makes it so you have to sleep in a bed high up in high altitudes, as it says in 86 blocks. Tailwind, which makes you faster, you have a little bit more speed. I don't know how to say that, which allows you to lay eggs, and vegetarian, which basically allows you only can eat vegetables. Now, in my as you can see, we have a lot more speed, so we can kind of run faster than most players, and we have slow falling, and this allows us to fall slower as slow falling is slow falling. And then we also can't eat meat, which sucks. So it's okay in terms of like just traveling. But here, let me get a bed. These sheep. Now, of course, with this vegetarian problem, it is a little annoying because you can't actually eat the dang food. So, cooking food is a problem when it comes terms to like food, I guess per se. Here, I guess I'll grab some more wood. I'm gonna show you guys the bed. What happens when you sleep in a bed with the chicken, avian, whatever. So the main problem is that it needs to be nighttime. So let's just wait for a minute. Okay, there we go. Yeah, but see, when you try and sleep on the bed, it says you need to be fresh air. So then we're gonna have to go take the bed, and we're gonna have to go all the way up to this mountain over here, which it takes a little bit of time to get used to, but honestly, it's pretty okay. Avian is an alright thingy, alright origin. I'll put this origin mod in the link below description, and it's a lot of people have made like other custom versions of it using data packs, so you could check those out too. Anyway, now when we sleep in the bed, it should wake us up and it'll drop an egg, I think. Yeah, see, pretty useless. I give it a 5 out of 10. All right, next up we have the Blazeborn. It's pretty decent in my opinion. Blazeborn, it makes you fire immune to fire. You get you naturally spawn in the Nether. You do more fire damage if you're on fire. Um, you don't get poison or hunger effects, and you receive damage in water. So it's an all right kind of origin. The only problem is that the Nether spawns are usually really bad. I've never had any real good experiences with them, but it does allow you to walk on magma and makes you immune to fire. You can't swim through it, which is a bit of a shame, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Now, of course, while we were traveling, uh, I tried to test out the more damage, which it was a little hard to do because I don't have anything like see the damage bar. But here you can see the magma cube that I punch dies in like 5 hits, which is crazy strong when compared to a normal player. Because the fire, I think the fire gives it like strength 2 maybe. It's extremely really overpowered. So if you have like a lava bucket on you or something, you can be extremely tough. But that doesn't protect you from mobs in general, since they still do damage. Here, let me get more fire. Oh, jeez, I'm about to die. Wow. Okay, yeah, but as you can see, it doesn't take that many hits. Pretty easy to kill him. Yeah, Blazeborn. That's pretty much all of its abilities. I think the last thing we gotta test out is hydrophobia, so we're gonna head there to the overworld next, which shouldn't be too bad. Let's save a screenshot here. All right, so let me give myself um, poison, and you'll see that here that it says that you can't actually use poison, which is kind of odd because well, it does say that you're immune to it. You should be able to get the potion effect. It should give you like regen or something, kind of like how zombies do it. But since it just completely removes it, you can't get poisoned. And now if we try and eat rotten flesh, we don't get any hunger effects, which is also pretty good. Kind of making Blazeborn pretty decent. I say maybe a 7 or 8 out of 10. All right, let's go to the overworld. All right, here we are in the overworld. As you can see, when we touch water, we take water damage. It's pretty, nothing real crazy. Yeah, but that's about it. On to the next one. Alright, next up we have Elytrian. Elytrian's it's like you automatically have an Elytra. You can fly around. You have automatic Elytra wings. You have a boost of air where you can like jump up 30 blocks, and oh not 30, 20 blocks, and it's pretty good when you use it with rockets. You also have aerial combat, which you do more damage when you're flying. Um, you cannot wear armor that's heavier than chainmail. You'll get claustrophobic, and you got brutal bones. Now, claustrophobic um, basically makes it so you're weak in slowness. And as you can see, the boost is pretty decent in terms of like height. Doesn't send you too far up, but it's all right. Now I'm gonna try, based off what I see from my video, I'm trying to take damage so I can show off the brittle bones. Now, of course, brittle bones is kind of useless because it does a lot of damage. But if we just keep flying here back and forth, we should be pretty much good to test out the damage. I'm waiting for I think my boost is done. Yeah. So, some cool fun facts about the Elytrian is that with the damage indicator, um, using an Elytra to fly and deal damage is really dangerous, and it can cause a lot of harm to mobs and players when if you use it right. Only problem is that it's really hard to land sometimes. Like, see here, based on my footage, like it insta killed that pig, but like with a stone axe, I probably should use a stone sword to show it off. But still, I'll try it on a pigman brute. So, these guys they're harder to hit, and just trying to fly with the elytra might get you killed, as you can see. So yeah, but look at that elytra boost though. It's so good. Since you over 20 blocks, so flying is no longer a problem half the time. And oh, there's the piglin. As you can see, when we axe crit it, I think it takes 2 hits. Oh, I missed. My bad. There, yeah, it takes 2 hits with the elytra. Now we'll head into get some wood. Now to test out the armor, I decided with my footage, I decided to just get a bunch of diamonds and iron and all that, and then make some of the gear, and basically test out each one, see which ones work and which ones don't. And now some of these actually it's really weird because you can't put the stuff on, but you can keep it in your inventory and give it to other players, which I think is pretty nice. So if you waste your diamonds, you can at least save the item. Um, Sadly, you can't really enchant gold. Well, you can enchant it, but it's not really that good since gold armor is kind of garbage and it's kind of like basic. It's not very good. Like these diamond pants, they don't fit on me, but this chainmail, it does. The boots on these chainmail boots work, which sucks because the diamond ones don't. And then as you can see, diamond boots don't work at all. Then you got a chain helmet. It works, but you can't put a diamond helmet on, which is also kind of disappointing. And then you got iron pants, which don't work, but chain pants do. And gold armor pretty much always works because it's worse than chainmail. So you can also combine, mix and match with all the wool. I mean, not wool, leather and gold. And it's pretty decent, I do say. Now, Elytrian, I think it's a pretty cool thing to use, but honestly, with the brutal bones and not being able to wear pretty good armor, it's kind of a useless origin to have. It's pretty basic, in my opinion. Claustrophobic. When you're claustrophobic, it's pretty annoying because you can't like punch mobs half the time because you'll be hit with slowness and weakness, and basically you'll be pretty much weak to any mob in the game if you're mining for like diamonds and all that for your tools. Now the only problem is you have to be in the 3x3 or less in order to get claustrophobic. So like when I was trying to punch the zombie, I couldn't do anything because of the weakness. So if you get weapons and you're trying to mine, yeah, you're not gonna have fun with that, and it's pretty disappointing. All right, next up, we got the Endarian. Endarian's one of my favorites. Oh, also I rate the Electrian 6 out of 10. Endarian, you can teleport. You're like a transcendent from the Enderman. You can teleport. You have hydrophobia, which means you can't touch water. You're scared of pumpkins, which I'll explain later, and you have a slender body, which I'll also explain later. Now each of these, the hydrophobia is pretty annoying, but in like easy and normal, it doesn't do much damage, but in hard, it is extremely deadly. You also get infinite ender pearls that you don't take fall damage with, or well, not fall damage, normal teleportation damage. So it's pretty good to use when you're trying to run away from stuff. Now I'm gonna try and I think I'm gonna give myself an item, pumpkin. Yeah, okay. So pumpkins. Since I'm scared of pumpkins, basically what happens is when you put on a pumpkin is that the player wearing the pumpkin is invisible to the Endarian, which is extremely annoying if it comes to like PvP. But if you put on the pumpkin, you just turn invisible because apparently you can't see yourself because you have a gourd on, and it's pretty funny. Now I during this I was trying to get the pumpkin to what do you call? I wanted to put it onto a mob. And of course, for the player, we still appear to ourselves. Well, other mobs can see us and all that, but we can't see ourselves as an Endarian if we have a pumpkin on our head. So if we were to put this on a mob, we could have an invisible mob that we could never see, which could be really cool in my opinion. And honestly, it'd make PvP fights a little too unfair per se for like Endarian. Pretty disappointing, I do say. All right, now that we're all healed up, we now have. I'm testing out the slender body. Now this, I think it increases your block punches by like 2 or 3 blocks, and you have like crazy range. You can punch stuff from pretty far away. Like I could stand under this tree and punch the skeleton for like ages from such a far distance that it wouldn't even matter where I was. Pretty good. Um, Apart from that, Endearon's just like your average player, besides going out in the rain, which does kind of suck. But everything else is pretty good. I think what I might do, when I'm playing Endearon is probably just avoid water, live in the desert. It's pretty good. But yeah, hydrophobia is pretty quick. Alright, anyway, now we have the feline. Feline is like a cat. It's pretty okay. You scare away creepers, and you don't always land on your feet. And you have acrobatics, which means you don't take fall damage. Strong ankles, which means you have jump boost. 9 lives, you have one less heart. Weak arms, which makes it so you can't mine stone. That's like it's kind of weird, but creepers are scared of you. You can see in the dark when not in the water. It's all pretty good. So I'm gonna go. So some things about feline is that basically, uh, mining stone is probably the hardest thing you'll ever do in this game because with feline, you can't break stone. That's like if there's a stone block right under it, you can't break it. I think, or if there's a stone block to the side of it, you might be able to break it. Um, Sometimes it's a little unfair, but other times it works pretty much fine. You can kind of deal with it after a while, but still, it can be a big hassle on mining and trying to progress through the game. Now, looking back at my footage, you can see here that I try to break this stone, and I try. Why I go over and try to break it, and it actually does work on the first stone. Then on the second stone it works, but when I try to mine that third stone, it doesn't work because there's two blocks right next to it. So basically, it makes it so I'm unable to mine stone, which is a big problem when you need stone in order to progress the game. So feline, I would say it's okay, but that stone problem will definitely get on your nerves if you're trying to beat it. You're gonna have someone else have to mine that stone for you. Now, of course, I'm gonna show off the creeper. Creepers usually run away from you if you try to attack them, but if you punch one, he'll start to hiss up. But if you run away and then run back, he'll run away for a bit and then blow up. Pretty annoying if I do say. But here, let me show off some more with that stone mining and how annoying it is. You can see here, I can't break the stone at all. It's like impossible to break. And that's because there's stone, like 3 pieces of stone next to it, therefore making it near impossible to collect stones. So you can't dig straight down and grab stones, which is kind of devastating, but it's pretty much fine. And as you can see here, we have night vision, and with the night vision, you can see in the dark. That's nothing crazy. It's pretty okay to use in caves, I think. Um, yeah, you don't get night vision in water, which does kind of suck, but still, it's all right. But anyway, let's get on to the next mob. Next up, we have the human. It's just your average Minecraft player. It's nothing crazy. Honestly, if you just want to play normal Minecraft, then you can use human. There's no problem with it. It's average. While you're here, I think you should, if you like enjoying this content and want to see more stuff, be sure to like and subscribe and follow my channel. I'll be doing streaming on Twitch and all that crap. And yeah, I think my Twitch link should be in my chat too. But anyway, yeah, the human, it's pretty pointless. Like no joke, it's one of the most useless out of all of these here. So I'm gonna go ahead and change my thing to Phantom. So now Phantom is a pretty cool mob, origin in general. Basically, what happens is when you have two modes. You got Phantom mode and normal mode. When you go into Phantom mode, you can fall through blocks. You're invisible, and yeah, that's about it. But it comes to the price of having longer metal. You don't have very quick metabolism, or I think that's how you say it. And basically, you can't eat that fast. I mean, you lose hunger very quick, and it's very annoying when you literally need that in order to survive, because you need to have hunger to like go through and run. Now I think with my footage, when you go into nighttime, you're able to walk around in the sun and all that crap, and you also have less hearts. So overall, I think Phantom is pretty cool. I mean, the facing two blocks can make it really good for X-ray and mining for stones and collecting resources, and turning invisible too. That's super good, but not being able to eat food is very hard. Because without the food, you can't run and sprint and all that crap, which you actually kind of need in order to live. Now, of course, uh, coming with the invisibility is actually kind of useful because the mobs cannot see you unless you either nudge them or they like stare straight at you. So if you have a mob staring like right next to you or you try and touch it, it will start attacking you. But you could just go straight underground and they will lose all their focus. So if you want to get away from a mob, you can do that. Next up, we have the Shulk. Shulk is pretty cool. Yes, Shulk inventory, sturdy skin, strong arms, and unwielding. Basically, Shulker skin, or sturdy skin, whatever you want to call it, makes it so you already have natural armor. So that's already a decent change to it. You also lose food a little quicker than most players, but that comes with two good prices and two bad ones. Shulker inventory and being able to punch stone with your hands. So Shulker inventory, when you open it up, it gives you 9 slots, so you can pick up any block, and then when you die, that item will stay in your hand. So it's already a huge improvement compared to all the rest of them. And so if you're like about to die in the void, you can put all your stuff, you can put some of your inventory slots in your shulker inventory, keeping it from dying in the void. Now, I think we're gonna go back down and I'm gonna show off the punching stone. So you can instantly break stone, which is already really good. And don't mind the texture back, but yeah. So you won't have to. You can go ahead and grab some wood and then just straight up go get stone. It's so good. It's decent. Now, the only problem with that is that the two prices are that you can't eat food. Oh, well, you can eat food, but you lose hunger really fast. And then you also what do you call? You are extremely unable to use shields. So that's a pretty devastating state. Okay, so yeah, with the new addition to the Shulk, it's pretty good. But anyway, let's continue on to our next mob. Here we have the Merlin. Now, Merlin is a really interesting kind of mob origin, in my opinion. You got gills, wet eyes, aqua infinity, and fins, along with like water, which basically allows you to float on water without getting sunk into the ground. Now, in my opinion, Merlin's pretty decent. With the swim speed up, it's a pretty fun challenge to have, and along with being able to punch like underwater with decent speed while also being able to have that speed in the on the land too, is already a big improvement compared to the rest of them. Besides Shulk. Now, some problems that go on with swimming in the water that with the living underwater part is just that the mobs are super dangerous. You need to be very careful. And like drowns and fish, well, fish aren't dangerous, but still drowns and elder guardians, those guys are all extremely dangerous. And with the point where you can't go on land because you'll either drown or die drowning, or well, not drowning, suffocating. You'll die, and it's pretty annoying. Like here we can see as my hearts go down, I will just instantly die because I'm on heart. And it says I didn't manage to keep wet, so that's already hard enough. But yeah, that's Merlin, and that's pretty much all of the origins. I'd have to say that basically all of them are pretty decent. Merlin is probably a 7 out of 10. Shulk is an 8 out of 10. And Darien, 7 out of 10. And the rest of them I say are 5 or 6 out of 10. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's pretty fun to make. And I will see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.